Action continuing to pour in from across the nation with protests and demonstrations taking place in many major cities, including New York, Washington, D.C., right outside the Supreme Court, and all over. There is a march happening right now in downtown Syracuse. We have team coverage for you tonight on today's Supreme Court decision.
Our Madison Moore is at the march breaking down what the decision means for us here in New York State. Our Casey Honenbaum is outside of Planned Parenthood. We're going to head to Madison first. Big crowd there, Madison.
That's right, Christy and Jeff. There are hundreds of demonstrators behind me here right in front of the federal building. They are chanting and there are speakers talking right now. Actually, Senator Rachel May is speaking at this moment, many of them holding signs and sharing with us just how unfortunate this decision is, how angry they are. They actually had a minute of screaming that they held at the beginning of this rally, and this is all in protest of a historic decision from the Supreme Court to end the constitutional right to have an abortion in this country. Now, here in the state of New York, that right still stands. It's been a right since 1970, and state lawmakers went a step further in 2019 to codify Roe v. Wade into state law. Now, both President Biden and Governor Hochul calling today a dark day in our nation, a decision that many were anticipating since last month when a draft majority opinion was leaked to the public. Soon after, Governor Hochul signed a number of bills to further protect that right and bolster the state for an influx of people traveling to New York to obtain an abortion.
With the Statue of Liberty standing in our harbor, will always be a safe harbor, a place for women in search of freedom, freedom to control their own body, will be able to come to our state, the state of New York.
If any state or local official, high or low, tries to interfere with a woman's exercising her basic right to travel, I will do everything in my power to fight that deeply un-American attack.
And President Biden is calling on the nation to make their voices heard and to get out and vote during the fall midterm elections. And Governor Hochul taking it a step further today. She actually launched a public education campaign to make sure that the proper information is out there for anyone looking at their abortion rights here in New York State, for New Yorkers and for Americans all around the country. Live in downtown Syracuse, Madison Moore, News Channel 9.
And as you'd expect, there's strong reaction tonight from Planned Parenthood. The organization, local lawmakers gathering in front of the Syracuse location tonight, vowing not to give up their fight to ensure women's reproductive rights are protected. News Channel 9's Casey Honenbaum. He's joining us live from right outside of Planned Parenthood tonight. Casey?
Yeah, well, Jeff and Christy, a lot of what Madison said was being said here as well in front of Planned Parenthood. Some of those local officials and elected officials. Rachel May, I know Madison was able to listen to her speak as well. I had the privilege of doing that as well here today. And they were voicing their concerns strongly with the decisions made earlier this morning in terms of Roe v. Wade, the Supreme Court hearing, and a lot of them were talking about, similar to Michelle Casey, the local Planned Parenthood president who I spoke with earlier, they weren't surprised necessarily by the decision, just extremely disappointed and saddened. And State Senator Rachel May, like I mentioned earlier, she was here and she said that while the state of New York still remains a legal abortion state, comments from members of the Supreme Court worry her that more is coming.
If you read what Justice Thomas wrote, he doesn't want to stop here. He wants to bend the arc away from contraception, from marriage equality, from so many things that we have learned to take for granted.
And something different here, as we have been here, actually, there's a police car, Syracuse police car, parked in front of Planned Parenthood. It's going to be here as kind of an extra safety precaution this weekend and moving forward. Live in Syracuse, Casey Honenbaum, News Channel 9.